What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In today's video, we are jumping into Strange, issue number 6. And this story, it's going to take a step back. It's going to show us really what Wong has been going through. Wong is the right-hand man of the Sorcerer Supreme, most recently having Stephen Strange die. This has been a very hard thing on Wong. And they have the Blasphemy Cartel that has just been hammering Clea Strange and trying to take over a whole slew of things. Fearing that he very well may lose yet another Sorcerer Supreme, he is reaching out to all of his contacts, trying to find out who are the Blasphemy Cartel. Now, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, make sure you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we pick up with Wong. Him and Bats the dog, the two of them are walking through Chinatown. And we're getting some inner dialogue about his father. Wong's father, his name was also Wong, and his father before him, and his father before him, instilling at a very young age that the Sorcerer Supreme is far better, far more important than any of them could ever be. That there is no greater failure than outliving your Sorcerer Supreme. It is your job, your duty, to ensure their safety. Dying before the Sorcerer Supreme, that is their sacred duty. They are everything, and they are nothing. This is what gave Wong some real purpose in life. And now he feels as if he has failed in that duty, with Stephen Strange being dead. This has hit him a lot harder than he would ever like to actually admit. But this is what brings us to the bar with no doors. He has come here looking for information, going to Flickering Jenny, an individual who was cursed a long time ago, not being able to ever really hold down a job. And this is because Flickering Jenny, she changes from one person to another in the blink of an eye. She never looks the same, always shifting, always becoming different. But if anybody is going to have information on the Blasphemy Cartel, it is going to be this bartender, the one that hears everything. And right now, Wong is suffering from some amnesia. He is missing part of his memory. He knows that he should know more about the Blasphemy Cartel, but he doesn't. And so now he is looking for answers. Unfortunately, Flickering Jenny isn't going to have those answers. The Blasphemy Cartel, even if they were an organization she knows, they don't come around here. This is the hangout for individuals like Agatha and the Scarlet Witch. To come to the bar with no doors would very much be a death certificate. This is not a place that you want to try out. And while Jenny, she really does try to tell Wong that you should let this go, that she has hung around the magical types long enough to know that this is more than likely going to end up badly for you. And while Wong cannot disagree, Clea Strange's life is hanging in the balance, and he refuses to lose another Supreme. This is what takes us to our next contact. That is Black Widow, really filling her in on all the information. These guys are operating with military tactics and equipment. And so of course, he's gonna call up Black Widow, someone that knows everything about the military, at least modern military, and espionage operations. And while she does her investigation, trying to figure out where this equipment might have come from, she is able to narrow down a whole slew of people that it is not, but she cannot answer who the Blasphemy Cartel actually is. But she does warn Wong that he is already at war. If you think that a war is going to start, you are fooling yourself. Because the truth is, the war already began. You are way behind and you need to get caught up. With Black Widow going ahead and skirting off on her motorcycle. This is where we have the Lost Boys. These glitter punk street gangsters. They have come to shut up Wong. That he has been asking enough questions. Unfortunately, they picked a fight with Wong on the wrong day. Not using any bit of magic, he goes hand to hand with these guys and he just lays them out. He lays down the freaking hate. and he knows that this is really unbecoming of who he is. But right now, he has so much pent-up aggression and anger. All of this has been building up, and now we see it overflowing at the top. It doesn't take him long to dismantle every single one of these guys. And this is what brings us to contact number 3. This is where he heads over to Central Park. He goes to the treehouse of the X-Men. That is because he has an appointment set up with Jean Grey. He has come here asking for some help. He has memories that he cannot touch. Memories he believes are being blocked from his mind. Who better to come to than the Omega level Jean Grey? Jean Grey does bring up the fact that they are very interested in a Sorcerer Supreme that is not human, that they would like to get to know Clea Strange on a much better level. The only problem, Clea, she's kinda on the outs with X-Men and mutant kind as a whole. You see, mutant kind, they've been distributing Mysterium all over the place. Mysterium has anti-magic properties. So Clea Strange, she kinda sees this as a hostile attempt. This is a sign of aggression. And while mutant kind, they don't see it that way. Jean Grey would love the opportunity to ease Clea's mind in any way that she can possibly do so. But for the time being, it is time to go into the mind of Wong and find what information is missing. Going through his mind, from his father to Doctor Strange, trying to find out exactly who is behind all of this. And in his memories, we have Doctor Strange who is talking to somebody, a director of something. Jean Grey having to push harder and harder. They finally find it. He is finally able to see who is responsible for taking this memory from him. But before he goes, he does have one more favor to ask. That is what takes us back to the bar with no doors. Meeting up with Ginny, he says that he forgot to give her a tip. In throwing her a coin, she catches it in her hand, but this is a piece of Mysterium that he got from Jean Grey. With its anti-magic properties, it is enough to break the glamour of concealment she has on herself. Because this is not flickering Ginny. This is Director Pandora Peters, the director of WAND. For those that don't know, WAND stands for Wizardry, Alchemy, Necromancy Department. But the director has been hiding out here at the bar with no doors. And Wong, he is demanding information. How did the Blasphemy Cartel get all of the equipment and the tactics from WAND? Surprised that he hasn't figured this out yet. After the Soviet Union fell, the KGB became a whole slew of gangsters. She is saying that the same thing happened when S.H.I.E.L.D. fell. The Blasphemy Cartel is WAND. And there is a bounty on the director's head as well. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This was a fun issue, really letting us know who the Blasphemy Cartel is. It's crazy to think that the Blasphemy Cartel is in fact WAND. When S.H.I.E.L.D. fell, there was nobody to really manage everything going on. It is supposed to be an organization that does not exist. And so with its demise, people took the opportunity. It is crazy that this hasn't been brought up sooner. It is weird that the director has yet to go to any of the Avengers, to go to the Sorcerer Supreme, anything, and at the very least warn them what has been going on. But now we know the Blasphemy Cartel is WAND. Now that Wong knows exactly who they are, they know exactly where to begin to actually look for them. We are gonna have Clea Strange, the Harvestman, who happens to be Stephen Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme for Death, combining their forces, combining their power, and going after the Blasphemy Cartel. And I do want to say, I give it up to Marvel. They have kept Doctor Strange dead for longer than I actually thought they would. But I will say that I do believe here in the near future, probably in the next 6 months or so, we're going to see the return of Stephen Strange. I really do feel like it is just inevitable at this point. But we'll see how it goes. I really do enjoy Clea Strange as the Sorcerer Supreme. But we all know this is something that just can't last forever. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories, if you would like to get caught up on everything going on with Strange and the death of Doctor Strange, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the channel membership button. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.